Yes, good morning. Like I had promised, I'll be from today, I'll start doing reviews uh, on some current pairs which I like to trade. One being gold, the other one being Euro USD, and the other one being Bit BTC USD. Though I don't trade Bitcoin most of the time, but I'll try to do a quick recap of the weekly outlook for that pair. But my main pair or my main focus is gold and Euro USD. So I don't want to waste much of your time. I want to just go right in. We are here for business, so we don't want to waste much of your time. So this is my trading view terminal. I know it looks beautiful. This is gold chart. Gold chart or under is the broker or is the source of this interface. So this is gold a monthly chart. This is the basis of all my analysis, especially when there is a new month incoming. So this is where I'd like to start when the month has closed. So we are, of course, I know you. We are on August heading to September. So this all-time high was created April on April. April was a really bullish month, especially with all the tariff stuff, and that price was that 500.200. That is when the gold created the all-time high. So I love to be specific on my levels. I really love to be specific on my levels. That's why you see me putting these exact levels. So April was the most bullish month on gold, and it was because of the tariff stuff. Of course, other factors like there were wars at that time. There have been wars basically, but tariff stuff was the main catalyst for that all-time high on gold. So that was at 5.200, the all-time high. We had a couple of close months then, some consolidation here and there. And August, we have a very bullish month. August has been a very bullish month. And now the sentiment, what pushed gold to this bullish level this month were basically two events. The first one was that Powell speech, I think last week, Friday, very bullish activity for gold. And the last week also there was the Fed Cook story that the woman Trump is about to fire. So basically, in my view, what has been pushing gold higher is some uncertainty in the US, both in the economy and in the government. But we'll have bullishness, right? I don't mean I'm not complaining in any way, and I'm not complaining. I'm loving it. So this is our weekly chart. Let me just mark these as all-time highs for the purpose of clarification. So this is our weekly chart on gold. See the bullishness which we had in the past 2 weeks. There is no doubt that gold is going for an all-time high here in my view. And if we will have adjustment, then still the target remains very clear. That's the all-time high. See these highs, gold just tapped them last week. These highs, these are swing highs which were created during the month of June. It's at uh, it's at 451.525. Yeah. I like being specific. I don't know why. That 51.525. I think it just looks cool for me to be specific like that. I always love to get right to the pip. So gold just tapped that high last week. So when you look at this weekly market structure, it has really been a bullish structure. Though we had some consolidations here, but the main structure was bullish when you look at it from the larger perspective, because this was a bull run from here, April to the all-time high, then a retracement to this zone, then another high created, but it did not break the all-time high, then some retracement, then another high created, then retracement, and now that bullish activity towards the all-time high. So basically, when you look from when you step aside and really watch it from that point of view, it has been a bullish market structure. And for those people who trade patterns, it looks like some kind of inversion in my view. So this is basically the weekly chart. I expect some bullishness in the coming weeks. I expect a lot of bullishness in September. So this is the law of the last week. In my analysis, I always expect this law to be protected because we are only seeking higher prices. So in my view, this law will be protected till we take the high of this week. Whether it will reverse after that, but the first goal of the price is to take the high of last week. So this law will remain protected in my view. So the targets for next week and probably next month, I don't want to be specific, but gold might be going for the all-time high in my view. So weekly chart looks very bullish in my view. In fact, there are no a lot of weekly levels to mark because everything just looks bullish. Unless this breaker here, that is where the price might retrace to. So those guys who trade support and resistance. So this 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 up close candle, which was an order block but did not hold the price, and then it turned to a breaker block. Unless gold retests it from the weekly perspective, that is where we might find our support. But I don't see much also. I don't see much on the weekly chart. Let's dig into the daily chart. We see how it is going. This is where now we expect PDRS, which will support price to exist. Daily has been very bullish. In fact, look at this bull run from that 311 to that 450. That is a lot of pips, my friends. That is a lot of pips, and it was just this happened within I think less than 2 weeks. That's around 1400 pips within 2 weeks. Gold, if it decides to reward you, it really rewards you. So this is the daily chart. Friday, a very bullish day. It was. I didn't expect price to. I wasn't expecting this bullish activity on Friday. I thought price might retrace down a little bit to probably these zones. I was watching at this candle, this candle, which is compressed between these two huge candles. I was watching this zone as a possible support for upward prices, but gold really did not come close to that zone. That's why this bullish activity caught me off guard. I managed to take out some pips, but I was really not in the mood to go in since it was a Friday also. So I wasn't expecting a lot of this bullish activity on Friday. I was watching for some retracement, then probably next week open, then low of the week, then we continue with the trend higher towards the all-time high. But anyway, the market does what it wants to do. We can't control the market. You have to live by that. So daily, basically, we are in a very strong bullish scenario. Friday manipulation has been done already. So the next target is the high of this candle, which is the weekly high also. So Monday, expect some retracement or even a sweep of that high. Then price might try to dig in deeper. Especially next week, we have the NFP results on Friday. So I don't think anyone would position himself or herself a lot before the Friday. So there might be some consolidation before Friday. Then after that, after the NFP, we might start seeing a push higher towards the all-time high. But we expect NFP to be bullish for gold as always. Uh, so this daily candle, which was created on Friday, the drawn liquid, it's a bullish candle, a very strong close above last day, a sweep of this high, but the bullishness is still clear. So the high of this candle will be taken out. It will be taken out. This is Friday's high, which is also the previous week high. Friday's highs, which is also the previous week high. Let me just denote that previous week high. Then we have our breaker block here. By the price, when you look closely from the daily perspective, price already tested this block. You see the Friday candle, the week, then upward prices. So daily bullish. Now we have weekly in agreement, daily in agreement, monthly also looks bullish. So let's dig into 4 hour charts. This is where look at 4 hour, so beautiful, some beautiful kind of price action in the 4 hour charts. I hope everyone wrote this thread here. Just classic, classic trending market. Everyone can see this. Even someone who is new to trading will see that this is just a classic trending market. So that is what is happening on the 4 hour time frame. Very nice bullish activity. Very nice bullish activity. We have this zone. This zone is where we'll be watching. This one is where we'll be watching for prices seek support as we push higher. This was the Friday's low, which also is a swing low on the 4 hour time frame, which is a swing low on the 4 hour time frame. I don't expect this low to be to be tapped or for price to trade to this low because this is basically manipulation. So this is Friday's low, which also forms the manipulation of this bullish leg. So this is basically expansion. Then we expect some retracement. That is the open of next week. Then maybe some kind of manipulation within that retracement. Then the price will continue to push higher. Or the price opens up tomorrow, then sweeps this high, then it digs in, then probably again we continue with bullish prices. So on the 4 hour time frame, we have a very huge bullish candle. So basically, what I'll be seeking or what I'll be looking for in this 4 hour time frame, there's no much of PDRs also because of the bullish activity which was which happened on Friday. But ideally, the only weapon now which we can use in our arsenal is basically looking at this bullish leg from the point of premium and discount. So this being our equilibrium, this being our equilibrium of this bullish leg. So we are expecting I'm expecting gold to find support or to trade below that equilibrium first before looking for longs. So this is basically our equilibrium, 50 below the 50%. So this is where we will be looking for our support for higher prices. We have this breaker block. We have this breaker block can be a good support zone for gold. The breakout and retest traders, classic retail stuff. Breakout, retest, some kind of consolidation, manipulation, then higher prices. So that is basically what I'm anticipating to happen on the 4 hour time frame. Remember, next week it's NFP week, so we might find much of consolidation before going up. Okay, down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Perfect, perfect. Actually, now things are starting to click in. This is the zone which we are watching. There is something which I really love a lot. I really love a lot. I really love a lot. I love this one when I find a fair value gap like that, just below the equilibrium. And this is not just a mere fair value gap. It's a fair value gap a fair value gap which is also in confluence with a breaker block which is below equilibrium. And look at the activity, the bullish activity in these two candles. This is a region where the market was all in bullish. So this zone I don't expect to be broken. And look at the wick of this candle. This is basically manipulation. Then, so let me just donate or note this for you. That wick is manipulation. When you start to understand these things, it's actually it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So this is manipulation, then expansion, then some kind of retracement, then expansion. That is basically what will happen on gold, in my view, next week. This trade will be optimum, probably if it happens on the early days of the week or post NFP price comes back to this zone. Oh boy, it will be a golden opportunity. In fact, market will just rush for the highs, like on Friday. My last time frame 15 minutes. I don't expect much from it. Clear bullish activity, of course, our zone of imbalance. The price looks really imbalanced there. Oh, and there's something here, but I'll not tell you what it is because it's my classical signature move. I see it. So this is our support for higher prices on gold. Expect some kind of consolidation. By then, you can find a sell position around this zone. If you are a counter trader and you know what you're doing, you can find a sell towards this zone. That is around 200 pips, a lot of pips. You can get maybe a piece of that pie around 100 pips. Then some consolidation, some kind of manipulation. Then boom, a price rushing for the all-time highs or last week highs. September, from monthly direction, September, I'm anticipating a very bullish month. There is rate cuts incoming. There is the whole Fed story. There is the whole sanction stuff. There are the wars. Like all the sentiment in the market is just favoring the bullishness on gold. So fundamentally, I expect a bullish September. Next week, I don't know what will happen. The first week of the month, of course, we might find some consolidation. Then probably the second week of the month or the third week, expansion happens. So that is basically my analysis on gold, guys. I hope you love it, and please do comment and give me suggestions on how we should improve this thing. Remember, I've said this thing will be doing it every week. That's all. Time to stop recording.